I want to show you all some shape editing tools, and these are going to be found kind of in this third section down here. You see that these that our toolbox here is divided into sections, sort of. So like here's all of our selection tools, here's our main drawing tools, and here we get into some of our like editing tools, modifying tools, sort of. And so in here we have all of our options of ways that we can warp and twist and twirl all of our shapes around. So the first one is our width tool. And this, anything that has a stroke on it, you're going to be able to widen and, what would the opposite of that be? Yeah, thinify. make a line really thin, like so. So all that you do is you click anywhere on that path and drag that out. And then again, I can click over here on a path and drag it out, but now maybe I'll just drag it in there. So you can start to make really interesting lines. And then I can grab my direct select tool. Oh, sorry, I lied. I can't do that. You always have to use just this tool. But then I can move that around like so. So that looks pretty cool. This also works with just lines. So if you're looking to alter the line quality, that means how thick and thin a line is, you can also use this tool. Kind of looks like an arrowhead, sort of, or like a pen tip. So that's the width tool. I'll bring that up here. The next one down is our warp tool, and this one you have to make sure that you have your shape selected first, and then you can push out or pull in. Now something that's neat is if I have another shape that is maybe a different color that's around that, and I select both of those shapes together and grab this warp tool, it's going to work both of those. See how it's kind of grabbing a little bit of both those colors there, like that? But yet when I go and I select that, my black, they're still separate separate shapes, rather. So that's the warp tool. The twirl tool, oops, down here. This one's fun. It allows you to grab.
Awesome.
And this one is also really neat for working with two different, let me change the color on that there, different shapes. As long as both of them are selected at the same time, it'll start to kind of wrap all of that in together. Working with both of those, but there's still separate grabbable shapes. So I guess maybe this would look better if I change that outline. I might be able to tell that. Arrange, bring to front. Now I can see how some of those lines mimic each other there, like so. So that is our, oops, twirl tool. With this one in particular, and any of these tools actually, once you have that tool selected, you can double click on the button itself, and here you can alter some things. So intensity, so if I bring that down to like 10%, it's going to spin a lot slower, see that? Compared to, oops, double click. If I bring that up to 100%, see how fast that goes? And you'll notice now that my computer it's taking a lot longer for it to process that. See, it's not quite picking up on that. There it is. Because now if I grab this, look at, you guys see all that blue? Those are all anchor points that are being made. And so this is turning out to be a pretty large condensed area of things for the computer to remember. So kind of proceed with caution with that one. The next one we have is the pucker tool. This one is all about grabbing. You have to like move over a line, or a line has to get within that circle there to kind of take hold of it and pick it up, sort of, like so. And then you can always move those up too, up and around. So that's what the pucker one is all about. Bloat. Now if I bloat this circle, it's not going to mean a whole lot, but let me go, I guess, to a different one. It's going up. I got to select it first. Silly me. You know, it's going to bloat, like, I mean, you guys probably know what bloat means. But again, I need to adjust the intensity on this, because otherwise it's going to, see how it moves a lot slower now, and it's moving that around. If we do this type, create outlines, and now try to do this on top of here, that looks pretty cool. We can start to make that like bubble out, sort of, like so. So that's, actually that's not the best example. You can make your brush bigger right here. Maybe I'll move it from 100 to 200 point on both ends. Now I have a little bit more to work with, and I can make that pop out. Now, if my intensity, let me undo that, was set to 100, as fast as it can go, it's going to just distort it so much that you can't even tell what it says. So do make sure to double click on there to set it the way that you want it to be. Let me move this over a little bit. Then we have our scallop tool. Why do I want to keep going up there? Scallop tool is all about, now I want to change my size back down to 100. Is all about the actual path of it. And I'm going to hover this over, selected it first. I'm going to hover this tool right above that. Scallop is like little hills, sort of. Has a scalloped edge. Now, if you have your stroke set too high, it's just going to look weird. So you have to be aware of what your stroke is set at. A smaller stroke means that you're going to have a better chance with that tool. Crystallize kind of does the exact same thing, but it makes it spiky. So, like so. Again, the size of the stroke matters in that one. And then finally, wrinkle is also very similar to that. Let me get one up here. It's almost like it makes it like into like a sound wave, sort of. So that's the wrinkle. And those are kind of all of our shape modifying tools. Again, they're right here in that third section. Double click to get more options within most of these tools, like that. So, all right, why don't you try it out?